So this is me recording my first song since probably 2012. But before I reveal this new song that I wrote for my wife, I need to tell you about the microphone that I'm going to be recording all of this on, which is the Logitech Blue Yeti mic. Is it worth 90 bucks though? I don't know. Let's find out. If you're anything like me, the microphone that you use on a daily basis is extremely important. Personally, I use microphones for YouTube because I record videos every week. I use them for voiceovers, I use them for just general talking, I use them for interviews, I use them for a lot of different reasons. But I've also set a goal for myself this year to start recording music again because, as you saw, I used to create music about 10 to 15 years ago. So I picked up this mic. Also, I opened it already because I wanted to make sure that everything was in there. Having said all that, is this mic actually good? Well, we're gonna find out today by creating an entire song, and I'm gonna give it to my friend who is an audio engineer over in Chicago, and hopefully he can piece it together, and he can also let me know his opinion on what he thinks of the recordings that he's gonna receive from this microphone. So let's go talk to the expert. I called up my friend Tanner Peterson, who lives in Chicago and who is an amazing audio engineer as well as an equally awesome musician, to help me out a bit on this project. I will of course leave all of his links below if you want to go check out him and his band. What's up, man?
Hey man, how's it going?
So I'm making a video trying to test out. I just broke something, I think. I want to get with you because you have a huge background in audio engineering and just music in general and creating a song. I need your help if you'd be down.
Right on, dude. I'm down, always.
Just have two questions. What do you need from me?
Depending on what you're recording the song in, just your project file. So if you have a track or a bunch of tracks, I can basically operate whatever you give me. So what I would recommend is, as you're testing out the microphone, kind of talking and listening back on your headphones, seeing how much of the room you're hearing. Dampen and baffle as needed, but I would say that for any microphone, not just the Logitech.
And last question for you would just be, have you heard anything about this mic? Like, do you think that it's a good mic?
Start by saying this, Blue microphones, when I was in college for audio engineering, they were really affordable. This was before Logitech bought them out, which was in 2017. It's a USB microphone. And USB microphones are kind of, in my world, like we hate them. Not because they're bad, but because it does all of the, what they call A to D and D to A conversion, analog to digital and vice versa. It does all of that inside of a USB chip instead of a dedicated like preamp interface, things that actually have like real transformers and hardware. It's doing it all on a chip. It's cutting corners. It's not doing it as efficiently. It's not doing it as cleanly. So you do run into quality drops. Look, I'll always be the first one to tell you that I fully support getting a microphone that works for you and whatever budget you have and just making music however you can. But I think it's important for people to know where corners are cut and what the next best thing is at all steps. The step up from this would be something that has a more traditional microphone setup. I appreciate you jumping on the call and all that, and I'll send you over everything, and I'm excited to hear how it sounds. I know you're not going to be able to make my voice any better, but... I don't know, man. I got some tools.
Maybe you can. Yeah, maybe you can. Okay, so now that I know that Tanner's on board to edit this thing, because I would do a terrible job at editing audio, I'm not that great at it, let me set up the microphone over here, and then we are going to start recording this song. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I didn't break it. Here's the mic. Oh my god, what am I doing? Alright, so here's what we're working with right out of the box. Let's get this plugged in. Pretty simple setup. Plug this into my USB.
I show them. I record everything.
After spending a few hours of writing the lyrics and choosing an acoustic instrumental off of Epidemic Sound, I spent another hour recording the song itself and sent the files over to Tanner. 4 days later, I got the produced track sent back to me, and here's how it turned out. My first acoustic song in over a decade, written for my wife. Enjoy.
At 16 years of age, I had a dream about a girl. Long dark hair and the silhouette of a person who just stared. Her eyes looked so familiar, yet I couldn't place her name. 13 years on down the line, and I wallowed in my pain till I saw your face pop up on my phone and make me feel out of place. The hair, the eyes, the everything, oh, you're the girl I saw so many moons ago and you changed my world. We were meant to be, you were meant for me, yeah. Warm April evening, I sat drinking at the bar. A tap up on my shoulder, and when I turned, there you are. Through the rays of neon signs and the glaze over my eyes, you appear just as the angel from my dream, just on my right. I wondered all the hours that we spent in that old bar, if that night would end together or find us split far apart, till I saw your face show up in my car as I drove you to your place. The hair, the eyes, the everything, oh, you're the girl I saw so many moons ago, and you changed my world. We were meant to be, you were meant for me, yeah. Goodnight kiss at a latest shower. We both had work, but it didn't matter. I could have stayed in that moment forever. The years have passed and life's been good. We got married like we said we would. Just last night while you were sleeping, I looked over and saw your face lying next to me, and I could have stared for days. The hair, the eyes, the everything, oh, you're the girl I saw so many moons ago, and you changed my world. We were meant to be, you were meant for me, Tiff. I love you.
We have a round of applause. So pro number one, it is super easy to connect. You basically just take the USB, you plug it right into your computer, and bam, boom, bam, it is ready to go. My computer instantly recognized it, and I was able to start recording. Pro number two, it's actually pretty good at catching pops. So when you're using S or P's, you're not having to have that pop in the audio. And it seems like it catches a lot of those P's and S's, as long as you don't have the entire microphone in your mouth when you're talking into it, or singing in my case. Pro number three is that it looks aesthetically pleasing. I think that it looks really nice on your desk, and it looks professional, at least to me. And at its budget-friendly price, which I will link it down below, and the fact that it comes in a bunch of different colors, so whatever the theme of your desk is, you can find a color that matches that. I think that is really cool. Now, let's move on to the obvious con that Tanner had already mentioned earlier in the video. If you are a serious artist, then the fact that this does plug in USB is going to probably be an issue for you. Now, if you're as talented as Tanner is at music, obviously he can make audio sound really good no matter where it's coming from, but just to make it easier on your producer if you're trying to make music, or if you're doing a podcast, or you're doing whatever very, very seriously, and you're trying to put out a very professional product, this is probably not gonna be the mic for you. But overall thoughts on this microphone, I think it's pretty good. Which, by the way, I'll link some of Tanner's suggestions down in the description below, so that if you want to get a little bit more professional of a mic, like I've said, you can get it. Speaking of microphones, I actually did another video, which was kind of like skateboarding ASMR and just an overall review of the Boya mics, which I'm going to be doing some other future videos on in the future too. So if you're interested in some like wireless lapel mics, check out the video right here. I did an entire review on those, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please hit that subscribe button if I've showed you any value. And I want to give a huge shout out to Tanner for being a part of this video. I will leave all of Tanner's information down in the description below, so you can check out his amazing band and all of the stuff that he's got going on as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Eric J. Coons. Peace out.